It's midday right here in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to Lunchtime Politics, reaching you live from our global headquarters. I'm Jeffrey Uzama. Let's bring you the headlines. Senior lawyer and rights activist seeks the intervention of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to stop politicians from electioneering and face governance. A divided house in the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State generates controversy over party candidates for the August 30th local government election. Thanks again for joining us on the program. It's an all-access pass to the big happenings in politics and in the polity at midday right here on Channels Television. Let's get started with the comments from the legal luminary Femi Falana asking the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to warn political parties as well as the present administration to stop election campaigns and focus on governance. While highlighting areas of concerns of citizens, Mr. Falana is also asking political parties to shun tribalism ahead of the 2027 general election. He was speaking on our program, Politics Today.
As far as the Electoral Act of Nigeria, Electoral 2022 is concerned, the ongoing electioneering campaign is illegal, totally illegal. It's also diversionary. Because what Nigerians expect now, what the law provides for, is governance of the country without distraction. So it's not time yet to campaign. And I do hope that INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, would draw the attention of politicians, including the government, including those who constitute the government, to the relevant provisions of the Electoral Act. That there is no provision yet, there is no room yet for campaigning in Nigeria 2 years ahead of election. It's not part of our law. If the people in power want to amend the law, that should be done. Having said that, and the media must help Nigeria, particularly when it's time to campaign. We must take politicians out of the cocoon of ethnicity, religion, and other primordial considerations. We must address the problems that are confronting our people. If you say you want to replace those who are in power, what is your solution to the electricity crisis? Crisis in the education sector, bad roads in the country, and other problems confronting Nigeria as a nation. It's not just enough to say, I will be in power for 4 years. I will be in power for 8 years. What do you want to do there? And for those who are in power, you have a greater responsibility to concentrate on governance and consult with the people with respect to your policies.
Candid counsel, as clear as it can be from the legal luminary himself, Femi Falana. Let's talk about some more things that are happening in our country. The national youth leader of the All Progressives Congress, Dio Israel, says enhancing capacity of the grassroots is at the heart of the vision of the present administration. He made this known while speaking at the youths in Lagos East Senatorial District on human capital development.
What they have come to see is not different from what they have already put in place in Abuja. And I think that it was the excitement of visiting their facility. That's the APC Youth House in Abuja that informed they are coming here today. And of course, so what we're doing here essentially is we're complementing part of the vision of our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know, and it's all about how do we enhance the capacity of our youth. And of course, more particularly at a time like this when the entire world too has switched on to the fourth industrial revolution. So what we're doing here is an eye-opener to all of us to complement the efforts of government and also to make sure that the people at the grassroots are also carried along. So the whole idea here is to enhance their capacity in terms of human capital development and make them globally competitive.
Thousands of young people that are coming out, churning out of this initiative, that have been empowered, that have been put into jobs, that have been equipped to be able to run their own business, to be able to start, to scale, and to profit from their business, and be able to attract grants and funding and intervention. This is great, and this is what we need to scale across various senatorial districts across the country. And imagine we have 109 of this across Nigeria, the impact that it will have in the lives of young people. And so this is a pace set, a role model that other legislators need to emulate. And we commend him. We commend him for, you know, the fact that he's looked beyond just, yes, he does the empowerment. He does the rice and the gari and the sugar and the maggi, but he's also taking it another notch to also give people the skills that can be replicated, that can help them not just to fish, but to be able to provide fishes for their own family and have their own pond to fish. And so that's what this has been for us, and we're really excited to be here.
Just before you heard Daya Israel, that's the national youth leader of the APC, you heard the remarks by Senator Adetokunbo Abiru, who represents that senatorial district. But let's get to the very conversation we'll be having today on the program, and that has to do with what's playing out in Rivers State. So I think August the 30th, the local government election will hold. INEC has given its 2 cents on the matter, issues around notice of election, shorter than what is expected according to law. There's a lot of conundrum when it comes to Rivers politics. In fact, it feels like when you feel that absurdity cannot go further low or get crazier, allow my words, Rivers politics provides a new prototype in that sense. You understand what I'm talking about in just a moment. We're being joined on the program by Darlington Nwogu, reinstated APC spokesman in the state. Mr. Nwogu, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Jeffrey, and good afternoon, Nigerians.
You know, Mr. Nwogu, I've been looking through what is playing out in Rivers State. Okay, so that the intro I gave, so that people understand the level of absurdity we see sometimes. My apologies. Some of the challenges the funny things we see with Rivers politics. So let's start with, I have a list. I'm in copy of a list. Unfortunately, I can't put it up. A list of candidates for the local government elections that are coming up. And from what we see, lots of these people were familiar with them being members of the PDP, but a lot of them now are holding they're like the standard bearers in the local government election for the APC. So I'm going to call some of the names and ask you how this happened. Nasari Toro Onyengilfori George, who we used to know to be a member of the PDP. Charles Nwobodo, APC. Emoha Chidi Lloyd, PDP. Kana, that is Thomas Barrier Ariel, APC. Tai, local government. Mbakbone Okwe, APC. Okrika, Akro Tobing. Then you go to Ogba Egbeman, Donny House, Shadrach Chukwu, PDP. Omuma, you have Uchichuku Obasi, APC. Degema Michael Williams, APC. Port Harcourt, Alwali Honda, PDP. Ikechukwu Akara Oyigbo, Abinye, that's APC as well. Abinye Blessing Purple Bonny, APC. Vincent Nemo Boka Ogubolo, APC. Confidence Deko, Gokana, APC. Honorable Chiman Joko Eche, APC. Dr. Gift Wonlo Obiakbo, PDP. So these are some of the lists we have. So explain to us, are these guys the members of your party, or this is a Tony Okocha-led APC? What exactly is going on here? Because it's a bit confusing.
Well, I want to thank you for the very fantastic intro that you gave to this discussion, because it is a backgrounder that comes with a lot of food for thought, and I dare say that we cannot, as a nation, continue on the path of rewarding bad behaviors in the name of being politically correct. I listened carefully and keenly and intensely to the names you reeled out. Let me even take, for instance, the one from my local government where I come from, that's Omuma local government area. I do not know such a name as having attended any meeting of the All Progressive Congress in the last 5 years. I have been a member of this party from inception. I do not know such a name at all, at all, at all. And I challenge anybody to contradict my claims. And so a situation where somebody feels that he can be arrogant with power, we cannot encourage such. And I am saying that on very good authority, and you can take it to any bank, that these guys claiming to be members of the All Progressive Congress have not in any way, at any material point in time, fulfilled the prescriptions for membership of the All Progressive Congress Party in Nigeria according to Article 8 of the Constitution of our party as amended in March 2022. And so I can say without any shred of equivocation that they are not members of the All Progressive Congress.
So now that we have the names, in fact, I have a bit of more comprehensive name, but because of the luxury of time, we do not have. Now we have these names, and you have distanced yourself, especially the one that comes from, where is that? Omuma, I'm trying to get to. Yes, that is Obasi.
The one I am taking, yes, let me take my local government as a case.
Yes, Obasi Uchechukwu. In fact, I know personally that... Yes, my apologies. I know that George Onengiofori was a member of the PDP. I don't know whether he has joined the APC. That's the day. So now that this is the reality, today is the 5th of August. That means in the next 25 days or so, the elections will hold. The election in itself has its own legal issue, a conundrum and a side. That's why I'm saying the absurdity comes in different forms. So let's just assume that that election continues and holds, but this is the reality you're facing. You have a spokesperson of the party reinstated, for instance, as you said, but these people will be representing your parties at the poll. What action are you taking?
Now, let me answer quickly. You said reinstated. Yes, the court validated our tenure. That's the tenure of the Mega BK-led executives in Rivers State. Now, I have with me here a copy of the judgment. There are 2 judgments, in fact, 3 judgments, which the other individuals laying claim to the leadership of the party in Rivers State have gone on appeal. And let me quickly say, there is appeal number CA/PH/405/2024, appeal number CA/PH/406/2024, and appeal number CA/PH/523/2024. These were appeals entered into at the Court of Appeal Port Harcourt Division in order to strike down or to set aside the judgments of the Court of First Instance. And I dare say, please correct me if I'm wrong, or you could get legal practitioners to analyze this situation. If you go on appeal, if any party goes on an appeal, feeling dissatisfied with the decision of a lower court, would that amount to stopping those who are the beneficiaries of the judgment from the lower court from enjoying the fruit of their judgment? So there is no reason why people should keep on, on this path that shows us mocking democracy every day in Rivers State. There is no other executives of the All Progressive Congress Party in Rivers State outside the one led by Chief Emeka Bekee. And I am saying so. They say so. And those that feel aggrieved have gone to a higher court to appeal. And the Court of Appeal has not taken a decision on this matter. And so I do not know why people can go ahead doing all manner of things in the name of doing politics in Rivers State. It is really a shame that every now and again, Rivers State will hog national headlines for the very wrong reasons. How can anybody explain to me that the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress, with judgments of court, and we are supposed to be the beacons of democracy as it were, as far as all political parties registered in Nigeria are concerned, according to Section 222 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. We are supposed to be the leading light. We are supposed to show good examples. And so one of the examples we should show must be respect for the rule of law. And I am glad that there is a new national chairman, Professor Nantawe. And we are believing that he should be able to call these guys to order. Because you bring the party to public ridicule every now and again, because people keep on analyzing that this is a party that does not respect the decisions of court. Recall that on September the 29th last year, the CJN Justice Kekereekun had warned that individuals and organizations must learn to respect the directives of court. Because you are simply inviting anarchy when you refuse to do so. And we have been following the path of the rule of law. We went through the court process for 9 solid months before this ruling was delivered. And do not also forget that a similar attempt at dissolving validly elected executives of the All Progressive Congress was made by the Ganduje-led executives in Benue State. And the Austin Agada-led executives also went to court. And the court took the same decision that the court in Port Harcourt took. That you cannot disobey the very rules and prescriptions of your own constitution.
All right, Mr. Nwojo.
Because the party has a constitution.
Mr. Nwojo, just a moment. Just a moment. Yes, I'm in copy of that judgment. I'm in copy of the decision of the lower courts. I also am aware that that case has been appealed. I'm not aware whether or not there was a stay of execution granted. That would maybe kind of inform what you are debating over. So, for instance, if they appealed and there was a stay of execution granted, then their position can hold. But if there was no stay of execution granted, then your position can hold. But moving forward from there, my question primarily...
No stay of execution has been granted, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear on that. So on the other hand, there are 2 questions in one. You have not responded to my first question. You went to the issue of the legality of leadership. I'm talking about the legality or otherwise of people being filtered in your party who you say is not known to the Emeka Bekee-led administration of the APC. What will be your next action? And I also understand that the new leadership of the APC at the national level, the professor, had a meeting with Mr. Emeka Bekee. What was the outcome? Is he now being recognized? Because I know that Abdullahi Ganduje had nothing to do with Bekee. He was relating with Tony Okocha. So 2 questions in one.
Okay, fine. Let me start with your last question. Chief Emeka Bekee has met with our new national chairman to congratulate him and also draw his attention to the reason why you have me on set this morning, which is that there is a subsisting judgment of court, and that once the judgments have not been vacated, that it deserves the right to be so recognized by the National Secretariat of our party. And he made his complaints known that under Ganduje, that some individuals unknown to us were representing us at national functions, which is, to the best of my knowledge and understanding, an anathema. given the fact that there is an order of court, and in fact there are two orders. One of the orders completely nullifying the congresses purportedly conducted by candidate in Rivers State. Another order nullifying the caretaker committee and then reaffirming the subsistence of the leadership of Chief Emeka Bege of the APC in Rivers State. Now, I think that from the responses that we have gotten from the new national chairman, Professor Nantawe, we believe that he has the capacity, the competence, and the will to do the right thing. And so we expect that he's going to do the right thing, because it is very clear, it's in black and white. There is no way you can run away from the fact that there is a subsisting judgment of court, and any intelligent person would go by the rule of law. You cannot go against a moving train and expect to survive it. The truth is that as of today, Chief Emeka Bege is the legally certified chairman of the party in Rivers State. Then talking about if we are doing anything, yes, we have communications this morning with the legal department of our party, and that is at the state level, and they are going to take up issues with the RISEC in Rivers State to ask them how they got about those names that we see on social media. To the best of our knowledge, those names are only on social media. They are not members of the All Progressive Congress, and we cannot identify with those names until and when Chief Emeka Bege and the secretary of the party, Sansa Metetegwo, certifies the names of the true members of the party for this August 30th elections. Then would we now rightly say or claim that we now have candidates for that election?
So let's be clear. So do you have, from your own end, do you have candidates? Have you done primaries? So that we are clear on what you're doing.
Now, let me say this. The All Progressive Congress Constitution clearly provides for 3 methods of nomination of candidates. You either adopt the direct primaries method, the indirect, or the consensus arrangement. The last time there were elections, local government elections in Rivers State, we did participate. The Chief Emeka Bege led executives participated actively, and indeed we fielded candidates. And now, coming down to the new arrangement with the recently reconstituted RISEC. Unfortunately, this RISEC ignored the judgment of court which we have served the previous leadership of the commission in Rivers State. As we speak, the documents, all the judgments of court are domiciled in the RISEC Secretariat in Port Harcourt. And we wonder why they ignored that, the judgment and the document before them to do business with persons unknown to law. And so I am saying to you that as of this morning, we have had communications with our legal team, and they will be doing the needful to draw the attention to this fact, and also to see the authentic list of candidates of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State who were chosen rightfully through consensus.
Just one more thing before I let you go. So are you not worried if say, for whatever reason or whatever, if it turns out you eventually get your people to participate in this election, are you not worried that this election will end up being cancelled again? Because there are clearly issues around breaches of guidelines and constitution, electoral law.
Well, even though I have my personal idea or opinions about the entire process, I want to say that I cannot sit down here pretending to be a Nostradamus to tell you that the elections will be cancelled. No. All I'm saying is that in the spirit of the rapprochement, which we have started with the National Secretariat of the party, we hope that the right things are done so that the party will come up in a collective form to make sure that the rest of the parties.
All right. Oh, dear. Mr. Darlington, well, jokes, some apologies. We should network issues. So, he's a spokesperson of the APC in Rivers State. Total conundrum when it comes to party politics in Rivers State. To even identify who is a challenge. The election is a challenge. The sole administrator is a challenge. How the RESEC man was appointed is a challenge. It's like a bundle of challenges. No matter where you look, there are problems everywhere politically. As a matter of fact, they are saying that some members, the people that have been elected in the primaries to represent the APC, are not known to them, but perhaps known to the Okocha group. So we don't know when this conundrum and absurdity in Rivers politics will end. But our job is to watch and see and report what exactly is going on as far as Rivers politics is concerned. But before we go, let's tell you that more Nigerians continue to join the national conversation on the need for a new constitution. The Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Mrs. Adiza Balare, says how to provide infrastructure, attract investment, fair revenue allocation are part of the concerns that should be addressed in the constitution review. And that's it on the program. Thank you for your time and, of course, your usual company. I'm Jeffrey Uzoma. You've been served on Lunchtime Politics. Bye-bye.